Thank you very much, Bishop Linda, for those words and helping us place things in a context and helping us ground ourselves in our prophetic calling and our mission to be with those who are suffering, whether those who are because of social injustice or environmental issues. I'd now like to introduce Habeeb Alli, and I don't know if very many of you know Habeeb, but you'll know him after today, and I hope you'll have an opportunity certainly to speak with him. Habeeb is the Secretary of the Canadian Council of Imams. He's involved with can you not hear me? No, sorry, okay. He's also involved with a number of different environmental and social justice activities. In fact, it's been my experience that whenever I'm looking at a website like ISARC or something else, and I look down, I wonder who's involved with this, I say, Habeeb's involved with this one too. And I think of where he gets the time, even to returning my emails, which he's very good at doing. He's an author of several books and a series of reflections of different issues. He's a TV personality because he's been on the TV to comment about how his own faith community and the teachings of Islam can connect with modern day events and so on. On a more personal level, though, I've come to appreciate Habeeb for two things. One is his passion for justice. And I remember having a meal with you, Habeeb, in the Scarborough Shopping Centre, and just hearing his yearning and your longing for people of faith to become more involved. And I remember that very clearly, that's the energy that you have. But the other thing that I very much appreciate about you is I very much see you as a brother in the faith. And that we share as peoples of the book. We share many things in common, including our spiritual traditions. And we're very pleased to have you here. And we'll be looking forward to hearing from you twice, because we know you're also going to be a reflector at the end of the day as well. And so Habeeb is going to share for a few minutes, 5 minutes or something, not only a reading from a sacred text, but also prayer and some reflections to kind of set us on our way. Welcome, Habeeb.
I'll have to have a second lunch with Mishka. Thank you very much and good morning. Assalamu alaikum, shalom, shanti, and peace be with each and every one of you. Today is very special, not only because we are part and parcel of an initiative that has become a dire need of the Canadian mosaic, and that is our activism on behalf of citizenship in this country. But another note, in the Muslim world today, it's very sacred because the majority of Muslims in the world are observing the Ashura fast. So as I stand here, I will not take your cookies. Fasting on a platform of that I would like to share on two levels, and that is on social justice and on the brotherhood of humanity. When the Prophet Muhammad, Habeeb peace, arrived in Medina, he was exiled from his hometown of Mecca. He found the Jews were fasting, and he asked, why do you fast on such a day, which we call in the calendar the 10th of Muharram? And they said, this is the day that Moses was successful in bringing out the children of Israel across the Red Sea. And he said to the Jews and the Muslims, well, I'm a brother of Moses, so I deserve to fast. And until today, we Muslims, we fast on this day on the 10th of Muharram. As if to say that we will not only celebrate social justice and the liberation of the Bani Israel and the children of Israel, but we recognize that there is a thread among the Abrahamic religions that we all belong to in one way or the other, and that is we will stand to the powers like Pharaoh and others wherever they may be. And secondly, today is Ashura as well because of Karbala. Karbala is a historic story that is known in the wider world by Imam Hussein, the grandson of the Prophet Muhammad, whom be peace, who stood to the tyrant power of his time, 61 years after the Prophet Muhammad. And he said no to Yazid, the tyrant that ruled the then Muslim world. He went all the way to Iraq with his followers and family, and he did not make it to the end of the day. He was slaughtered, assassinated brutally with his family, and his body was dragged along all the way to Damascus, Syria, and beheaded and paraded for 3 days. Until today, different parts of the Muslim world will reflect that pain and mourning in different ways. However, the fasting and the story that goes with the fasting is not forgotten. Therefore, as we abstain from food and drink and pleasures on a day like today, and as I stay with you in hopes that our light from fasting, our light from prayers, and our light from meditation will go beyond the differences of our thoughts and enter our souls and give us a subconsciousness that we need to keep the good fight going. In the words of the Quran, Allah, the Creator God Almighty, He says, "I'dalu huwa aqrabu lit-taqwa. I'dalu huwa aqrabu lit-taqwa." And be just, that is closest to getting to God consciousness. And be just, that is the closest you could get to God consciousness. Those who believe that they can sit on their laurels in the comforts of their mosques and places of worship and yet still win the fight. Those who believe that they can deny us giving their charity and donations and hope that justice will prevail in the world. And those who believe, like Imam Hussein, that life and family and religion and self-dignity will not be at stake, then they have the wrong faith. In closing, I would like to share a poem that I did when Jack Clayton passed away, and I had shared this in the presence of Olivia Chow and Michael Layton at a ceremony that was recognizing him. Because here is a man that was recognized across faiths in the month of Ramadan when he passed away. The Muslim community said a silent prayer for a loud, thunderous voice that went down. Jack, you lay before us a ton of memories, riveting. From July 18, 1950, August 22nd, 2011. The dash is dashing yet sad. The dash is dashing yet sad, an indefatigable defense of the poor, an unstoppable voice for the voiceless. You made Muslims feel belonged. You stood up against apartheid far and wide. It's a love story that my eye catches. 26 years and still blushing. Where do you find the passion? I know now, love more than anger. Love more than anger. Somehow, summer 2011 will forever etched. A Ramadan's breeze overwhelmed. A snowbird departs hopeful of the green shower that the cane dropped, smiling, so reminiscent of Solomon. I thank you.